The following program is seen statewide on California Public Television.
I love you, California. You're the greatest state of all. I love you in the winter, summer, spring, and in the fall. I love your fertile valleys, your dear mountains I adore. I love your grand old oceans, and I love a rugged shore.
Well, here we are on this absolutely beautiful California morning. I am standing here with Ranger Barry Breckling, and Ranger Breckling, tell everybody where we are. There are a lot of people coming in this morning. Tell us about this park and what the history of this park is all about.
Yeah, it's, like you said, a beautiful fall day here at Henry Coe. This is the second largest of our California state parks at something approaching 90,000 acres. In fact, that makes us about 3 times the size of the city of San Francisco. Wow. And it's a beautiful park with rolling oak woodlands, beautiful creeks, and just a wonderful place to be on a fall day. We're just a half hour from the town of Morgan Hill, which is in Santa Clara Valley. And so here we are in one of the nicest parks in the whole California State Park system.
Well, I tell you what, it feels good here. There's a lot of natural history here with the rolling hills and the oaks, and then obviously we're standing in front of a piece of its human history as well.
That's correct. This was Henry Coe's ranch house behind me here. Coe came in the late 1800s and homesteaded, bought out other homesteaders till he had about 13,000 acres. And the property actually went out of Coe's hands at one point in time and was bought back by Seda Coe, the daughter. And she's the one with the foresight to understand what the value of this place was, and she gave it to be a state park.
So this whole big ranch here, all 80,000 acres, has been preserved for the future generations of Californians to enjoy.
Absolutely, yes.
Well, as beautiful as the park is, and as wonderful and rich as the human history of this park is, we're not here for the human history of this park. You know why we're here, don't you?
Yeah, that's because we're celebrating large, hairy spiders. This is our Tarantula Fest.
The Tarantula Fest, and just the word Tarantula Fest, there are a lot of people out there watching who are getting ready to click off their television sets, aren't there?
Sure. A lot of fear, a lot of misconceptions about tarantulas. They're actually a very important member of the natural environment here, and we, of course, want to have them preserved and protected, just as everything in the park for all time.
So this whole day is to kind of elevate our sensitivity and understanding of the much maligned and misunderstood tarantula.
Right. One simple fact: no one has ever died from the bite of any tarantula. There's no history, no information that has ever occurred. And ours are very friendly tarantulas here. We let them walk on kids' arms. We had one walk on a kid's face and got his picture taken.
Okay, we didn't waste any time, did we, Barry? You just just dove right in
right.
here.
Stick your hand in there, Huell. Right there. Stick your hand right there.
Now listen, I'm going to, but let's talk about this a little bit. Do tarantulas...
This guy will not bite you.
He doesn't bite. He doesn't bite.
The only way that you can get one of these guys to bite you is to forcibly restrain him. So if you were to close your hand around him, then he might bite you.
All right, here we go. Let's...
But it's these hairs on the back of his back end. That's his defense. They're barbed hairs, kind of like what it has on the back of a porcupine. And they come off very easily. And if they're afraid, they'll take their back legs and they'll start kicking their hairs into the air, so that if there's a predator there with his nose down in there, he gets them in his eyes, in his mouth, and they're very irritating.
Look, this one's moving, this one's moving. What does that feel like on your hand?
It's just like a butterfly or something. They have these little like a
butterfly.
It's like they have like little hooks on their legs.
Let's take a good look at it with the camera there.
So they just kind of, it feels like they stick a little bit as they walk.
Boy, they're always moving, aren't they?
There's a reason for that, Huell. These guys are on a mission. These are all males, And this time of the year, they're out looking for females. And so they want to go find the hole of a female. They tap their foot at the front door, and the female comes up, and they mate. And then the female will lay over up to 1,000 eggs.
Now, are these local tarantulas?
These are our native tarantulas.
You got these from just right out here.
Yes, indeed.
All right, let's start right off. Let's don't waste any time. Let's just put one.
All right.
Wait a minute.
Are you going to do this now?
What are you laughing about? You're going to do it next. Have you ever done this?
No, I haven't.
Well, come on, let's do it together. There are 2 tarantulas. See, there we go. Everybody thinks it's funny to be scared. All right, here we go. Let's just put it right there.
All right, just do it.
It's just a mental thing. It's all mental.
Okay, you're more likely to hurt him accidentally than he is to hurt you. If he should fall from this height, that's...
Oh, boy, that's got a very interesting feel to it.
Like a butterfly.
On your arm. Whoa. Whoa.
You notice Larry's concerned about the spider rather than you.
Well, the spider's more important. Now, they have little pair of hooks on the bottom of their feet.
Whoa.
And with those hooks, they can hang on to things, and they're retractable claws. And they also have a bunch of hairs on the bottom of their feet.
Come on over here. Come on over here. Come on over here. It really feels very interesting.
All right, just do it.
It's a mental
wow,
thing,
it's
isn't
so-
it?
it's
To just
so,
overcome.
Yeah.
Light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's neat.
Isn't this interesting?
Yeah.
Where did tarantulas get such a bad reputation? Why is it that the word tarantula strikes such fear and so? You scared me there. It came out of.
Well,
They've gotten a bad name somewhere, haven't they?
people are afraid of spiders.
Uh-huh.
And in Italy, there was a very large wolf spider, not a tarantula, and this is where the name is said to have come from, that when you were bitten by this large wolf spider, that you had to do a vigorous dance to sweat the poison out so that you could survive this bite, and the dance was called the Tarantella, and this was the city of Taranto in Italy, and that's where the name tarantula comes from. And
What if this did bite me?
Spider.
What would it do to me if it bit me? Would I have to go to the hospital?
Your arm would swell up and turn black and fall off.
See, you had everybody there. Their eyes were this big around when you said that.
No, actually, the poison is not. They do have poison, but it's not poisonous to human beings. They have very large fangs, so it's kind of like you've been stuck by a sharp needle.
You know, this is really, in a funny kind of way, you're worried about it falling, aren't
Yes, I am, because if he falls from this height, that's like you falling from a 12-story building.
But boy, they can hold on pretty well.
Yeah, yeah, and that's those that.
Will he just climb right up my arm? Do you think?
He will, especially if he smells a female up there.
Well, there are no feet. Where are the females?
The females are hiding in the ground. They're in their burrows in the ground.
Wow. This is so interesting.
Tell them about the danger to the male.
Sir?
Tell them about the danger to the male when he does the mating, Larry.
What is the danger?
Well, she's as liable as anything to have him for dinner.
So the female will eat the male when they're mating.
If she can, generally the males get away, but sometimes they don't make it.
All right, now this is exciting. We're putting why do you want this on your face?
Because,
Oh. Oh.
One more time.
Oh. We're with Ranger Bowers now, and is this good tarantula country out here? What is tarantula country?
Perfect tarantula country. We have a lot of the grasses that should provide cover for them from the predators, And also the temperatures are perfect up here for the tarantulas to
What
come
do you
out.
mean their temperatures?
The temperature outside right now, it's not too hot and it's not real cold, so this is when they're going to be out looking for mates.
So this is tarantula weather.
This is tarantula weather, yes sir.
And up in here, what are we talking about? Thousands of tarantulas?
Tens, I'd say tens of thousands of tarantulas in
And
this area.
how do you look for a tarantula? How do you know where to begin to even look?
A lot of time we're looking on our trails and we look for tarantula dens. They're burrowing animals, so they'll burrow into holes. And you look
Tarantula
around.
den.
Yes. You'll find a hole similar to this one. And
So wait a minute, is that a tarantula den?
That could be a tarantula den right there.
And how do you find out? Put your finger in there?
Well, no, you kind of look around, you look for some webs. Maybe there might be a door because we had moisture a couple of days ago. So what they'll do, they don't spin a web to catch prey, they spin a web to keep moisture out of their den. So they might spin some silk and to cover up the den, and so we look around and we see if we can find any silk remnants around the den, and we might have a tarantula there.
Do they run and hide when they hear people coming? Or are they aggressive? Or?
They're not aggressive, but they're determined to find a mate. So what they'll do is they might, stay on the trail because they want to find a mate more than they want to run from you.
Boy, that's all we've heard today is how they're always looking for a mate.
Yes.
They've got a pretty strong drive, don't they?
They've been waiting 7 to 10 years for this day, so.
What?
7 to 10 years for this day. They won't come out of their den very much for 7 to 10 years, the males. And then when they reach sexual maturity, which is about 7 to 10 years, they'll come out and they'll go through any obstacle to find a mate. And then not long after that, they'll die.
So it really is just a matter of education, isn't it?
That's the key word, education. Education on all animals, but tarantulas have a bad rap. All spiders have a bad rap in society, just like mountain lions or any other animal that is perceived to be a vicious animal or a deadly animal. So just education, that's what we try to do at a lot of our events.
So the more we know, the more people come to an event like this, the more they're going to truly understand and appreciate the tarantula.
Exactly. That's one of our main goals here is to educate and help people to appreciate the animals, because you tend to appreciate things you know about and things you fear you want to destroy.
How long do tarantulas live?
It takes them 7 to 10 years to mature. So from the time that they first come out of the egg to the time that they reach this adult stage, 7 to 10 years. The males will die after this season, but the females continue on, and they'll live as many as 20 or 30 years.
Wait a minute, a spider lives to be 20 or 30 years old?
Yeah, it's pretty amazing, isn't it?
Is this a big tarantula?
It's pretty average size.
For California?
For this type of tarantula, yeah. But this is small compared to some of the other tarantulas that are found worldwide. There are tarantulas that are up to 10 inches long.
But not in California.
Not in California.
Do we have a name for our California tarantulas?
He's called the hairy tarantula.
The hairy tarantula. Look at this. And he does have hair on the back, on his tail back here and on his legs.
Yeah, now these hairs on his tail are what are called urticating hairs. That's a big word for meaning they make you itch.
We've come inside the visitor center and the gift shop, and we are standing here. Now, is this a tarantula?
No, that's technically not a tarantula. It's just a big hairy spider, but anybody that sees a big hairy spider considers it a tarantula.
They think tarantula, don't they?
That's the first thing that comes to mind. So.
But now, I'm going to let you hold this, but this, is this a tarantula?
That would be a replica of a tarantula, correct.
So what are these? They've got a little thing you can hang them on your rearview mirror or in your room?
Little novelties.
And here's another tarantula.
And that's probably the closest.
Now this really gives you an idea.
Yes, and there are actually tarantulas that large. Not here in this park, but in Brazil and...
You are kidding.
Yes. Have you been up into the ranch house yet to see all the spiders in there?
No.
Oh, well, you will get the exotic spiders in the ranch house.
So there are tarantulas this big in
sir.
other parts of the world.
In other parts of the world, yes.
Wow. And we can't forget the tarantula T-shirt, which has got to be a big seller out here.
Seller this time of year, yes it is.
I mean, everybody wants a T-shirt with tarantulas on the front.
Yes.
Well, It's marketable, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yeah, but it's also educational. So if you can kill 2 birds with 1 stone, we'll do it.
There you go.
Okay. Come this way. Wait, no te vayas a poner nervioso.
Wait a minute, let it go all the way up.
It's okay, Mom. Okay. Keep going. But not inside. Okay, keep. Where are you? ¿Dónde estás, amorcito corazón? Okay. Oh, where is this?
It's moving.
Here's the tickle part.
I'm all right as long as it's standing still, but when it moves...
What are you laughing about?
I just love my friend. She's so brave. Oh, yeah. I'm a fighter, too.
We are just having so much fun with these tarantulas. Boy, this is...
Oh, look, she's bringing it so you can hold it. Okay. Yes, please, let her have it. Oh, my God, it's so soft. I want you on my hair.
See, we make such a big deal out of it, but when we actually come into contact with it,
here, let me see.
It works.
Watch.
You gotta keep your hands.
It works. See,
There.
I've gotten so I love it.
You can wear one home with you.
It's like a giant
Look at this.
It's like a giant hamster.
I'm going to give this back.
Good. This is the front here, so you put your hand up at this end here, and we'll get him to crawl on there.
You know, they're probably getting tired of all these people holding.
I think this one's getting a little bit tired, yeah.
Keep on going, little buddy. He's gonna crawl off.
But we'll put him back in the wild pretty soon.
Watch out, little buddy.
So will these all go back into the wild?
Oh yeah, we just take them out for a few days and then put them back where they belong.
Boy, what an experience for the tarantulas. You take them out of that den they're used to living in, bring them out around all these people, and then put them back.
But it's just to make friends for them.
Yeah.
And hopefully we've made a lot of friends today.
Well, I think we made a friend right here, right?
Yep. He feels funny.
Now, right next door to the Tarantula Interactive area is the Tarantula Cookie and, what is this?
Suckers.
Chocolate Sucker area.
That's right. And we also have beverage sales through here.
Now, are the, which is selling the best? The chocolate Tarantula Suckers or the, look at these Tarantula Cookies. Who makes these things?
They basically, both of them sell equally well. And I'm not sure where they're made. As I said, they mysteriously appear at around noon, and then we sell them out by the time we finish at 4 o'clock.
Barry first made them.
You know, I don't think I've ever seen a Tarantula Cookie before.
I hadn't either until Barry made them one
Wow.
Very popular, and for the Tarantulas Fest especially, it's nice to have these other things that we do strictly for the Tarantula Fest.
Well, bon appetit.
Bon appetit.
This lady got all upset.
Yes, I did. You're spending all your time with the tarantulas. This is where the real action is.
Well, this is the Tarantula Fest.
No, but we're such a big part of it. You can't miss us.
Why are you a big part of it?
Because we've got the snakes.
Which is another thing people are initially afraid of.
Oh, yes, but they shouldn't be. And when they come up to this event, they can hold them, they can feel them, they can touch them. Little guys like this, sit down here. Sit down here. And
Oh,
he's
my
going,
gosh.
he has never held a snake before in his life. Where did I tell you to hold him? Up by the head, up here, up closer. And he's going to make a lap for me.
Wow.
And look at that. Yeah. Would you like to hold a snake?
Oh, can I hold it?
You know what? I'll do anything you want me to do with a spider. I will do nothing you ask me to do with a snake.
I am so ashamed. I was going to put him around your neck like this.
We'll be back next year.
Okay, I look forward to it.
Yeah.
Come see us at the snake table.
Now, what are we doing here at this table?
Well, we're doing anything that we can as long as it's related to tarantulas. We got plates that people can put these wonderful designs. I tell you, I'm seeing some artists in the future here. They're doing a better job than I could, and they understand more of what's going on here than I probably do.
Well, see, they've been holding tarantulas today. Can I look at your tarantula for a minute? So here is this is a tarantula.
It has the eyes. It has. I can't tell the difference between a real one and this plate, but no, it's great. It's just letting people express what they're learning today, and I think that's what's really fun. So they get to go on a walk, they get to see a tarantula, and now they get to draw one, and the expressions are all different, and that's what I really like. It's fun to see what they think of, and there's some original ideas here.
Is this a tarantula?
Yes.
Can we see it?
Yes.
Oh, look, it's smiling. Now, what are the ingredients when you start to make an artistic tarantula?
You need one large pom-pom and one small pom-pom. The small one is the head, and this is the body. Then you need 4 pipe cleaners, because that will make the 8 legs. Then you need glue to glue all the parts together.
So you're coming along. Oh, look at this one over here.
He's done a fine job there.
Wow.
That's the finished product.
That's great. And look at hers down here.
Hers is very colorful.
That's a good one, too. That's an award winner.
I think so.
Do you find that people are very receptive to the tarantula message when you sit quietly and talk with them like this?
Yeah, I do. I think that people get, when they see that these animals are helpful animals and that they're not aggressive and, they don't hurt, I think that people are more receptive to them, and if you like to try holding one, their toes feel like little pieces of velvet touching you. They're very, very soft. And these tarantulas, the native tarantulas, are very calm and very docile. You would have to really coerce one to get one to bite you. You'd have to pick it up and squeeze it so it was in fear of its life to get it to bite you.
So it's the tarantulas are mellow, it's the people who are stressed.
That's right. And when we're doing this demonstration like this, the biggest thing we're worried about is people dropping the tarantulas and hurting the tarantulas, because the tarantulas are calm and they're delicate, but if they fall, they get hurt. So we have to make sure that anyone who holds them is calm and relaxed before we hand the tarantula over for the safety of the spider.
Now, did you know what you were getting into when you brought your family here today?
Absolutely. I mean, you can't get any up close and personal with a tarantula than coming here to Henry Coe.
And why did you think it was important to bring your kids here?
It's important to know what's going on around you in the rest of the world, other than what you just see on TV. This is coming out and doing it, not just watching it. So.
And really began to appreciate spiders.
Well, absolutely. We have rules for spiders in our house. And we try to let them do their thing as long as they don't bother us. We don't automatically evict every one that we see. Oh, way to go, Jonathan. That is so cool. Yeah, don't grab.
You put your hand right where he's walking. Put it right here.
This is a male. Almost.
See, they're not even afraid.
Oh, no. No. They're... Was that amazing? Keep going, Jonathan. Do you want to hold some more? That's just amazing.
Well, that's it. And I think you have accomplished what you set out to do with this thing, because I came here a little afraid, or certainly not very knowledgeable about tarantulas. And I leave here today understanding how important tarantulas are and that I don't have to fear them.
Yes, that's right. They're very important members of our natural environment here. And we're glad to know that you have let one walk on you. We have the proof. And didn't hurt. And glad to see you came. This is fantastic.
And you know what? You've really turned this into something really fun here, too. And that's what you really wanted to do, is to open up your state park and make it into something that people can come and really enjoy and learn while they're enjoying.
Absolutely. Parks are for people.
Absolutely. I'd shake hands with you, but I've got a tarantula puppet on my hand here. These wonderful big hairy spiders that we have learned here today are actually our friends. And this wonderful day that we have had here at Henry W. Coe State Park, a state park that is definitely one of California's golden parks. Thank you, sir, very much. And we end up our program with a little music here. Introduce yourself.
How do you do? My name is Robert George, and I'm the leader of the Tarantulas Jug Band.
The Tarantulas Jug Band. Now, how did you get the name Tarantulas?
Well, we played it at the first Tarantula Fest, and somebody came up to us and said, "What's your name?" And we said, Tarantulas. And it kind of stuck.
How does that name go down when you're performing all over California?
Well, people really appreciate it. They think of us as a bunch of big, hairy spiders, and that's exactly the way we like it.
All right, this is going to be exciting. What are you going to play for us?
Well, we're going to play an old California tune called The Grizzly Bear. This is a dance of unbridled passion that no one knows how to dance anymore, but we know the song, and we're going to sing it for you.
Well, we know a little bit about unbridled passion because we've been hearing about how those male tarantulas search like crazy for those females.
This is certainly apropos of the season, yes.
Absolutely. Okay, that's it. We're going to end up listening to the Tarantulas here at the annual Tarantula Fest at Henry Coe State Park. 1, 2, 3. Well, hello, everybody. I'm Huell Hauser, and I sure hope you enjoyed this tarantula adventure. And if you'd like to see them up close and learn even more about them, because they're fascinating, you can at this year's Tarantula Fest at Henry Coe State Park in Morgan Hill. Now, it takes place on Saturday, October the 1st from 10 to 4. And I guarantee you'll enjoy it, even if you're not crazy about tarantulas or spiders of any kind. There'll even be music by a group called the Tarantulas, a barbecue lunch, and all kinds of tarantula activities. So head to Henry Coe State Park in Morgan Hill on Saturday, October the 1st, and help celebrate our California tarantulas.